everyone, and welcome back. This is Kristen from Krista's Beauty, also known in the pinup world as Bonnie the Lovely, and greetings from quarantine. I know we are all getting a little cabin fever, to say the least, with everything going on the last few weeks, and as I'm sure you all know, we are currently closed. Bombshell, all locations, Richmond, Vegas, everywhere is just kind of on temporary shutdown for a while. And with all of that, I posted a question to see what sort of videos everyone is interested in, either here on Instagram or on YouTube. And among, touching up your roots and things like that, which I will get into that video once my roots fully start growing, so you can tell.
For those of y'all that don't know, my natural hair color is not actually this dark. It is a little bit lighter, probably like a dirty blonde, you would say, like a golden brunette shade, and I always do like a cheek shadow root, even though it's darker, so that my fantasy color, when it's fresh, pops a little bit more. Don't mind my color right now, I need to refresh it, but, I just kind of just rocking the, grown out faded look to support every one of my clients that can't get in to get their hair color done right now.
That being said, a big request that I did receive was some sort of way to preserve, stretch out in between haircuts and not damage the work that we together have been doing on your hair as far as hair journey or anything like that. I have a method to eliminate your split ends, but again, this is not a method to take off any length. We're not going in at all. We are literally focusing just on the areas that you see. And of course, my quality isn't great, but the areas you see split, that is what we are eliminating and taking care of. And I would also, before we get into this, recommend that this is very, very last case scenario. Please, if you can wait, go ahead and do that. I am also going to go over product and things like that to, again, push you between until your next time that I can see you. And again, you aren't going out right now. People aren't looking necessarily at your hair. It doesn't have to be, 100% presentable as typically you would ordinarily want to do. Things are, crazy all over, but if you do really, really need to do something in your hair, that is what this tutorial is to go over, is just getting rid of those fine little baby guys, mainly down at most, so about like a 2-inch parameter. And this is only if you must absolutely do that. Please do not use your regular household scissors that you cut paper, fabric, like any of that. Please do not use that, because those shears, those scissors are not designed for hair. And when you go in and you cut your hair with those, you're actually pushing the hair follicle, and it's creating a bigger problem because it's going to cause it over time to split even greater. Where if you just went in with professional or stylish shears, you would be fine. I'll have a pair linked for Amazon for, again, those dire times. But again, I would not suggest anyone go in and take like even an inch or two off, because even if you just pulled it forward saying, oh, I've got this, I can see it, you pulling it forward like that is going to cause it, when it goes to the back, you're going to create a V shape or just an unwanted shape all around. And it's just, I would say that for a professional, someone who's been trained and gone to schooling for hair like this. But anyway, enough blabbing, and let's get into some product that's really going to help you in between while we're stretching it out. The reason hair starts to split on the ends is because it's drier. That's your oldest hair, and it's the hair that's just been there the longest, therefore it's more prone to drying and splitting and just kind of laying frayed, So good ways to put some moisture back into this hair specifically is always a good, nice moisturizing conditioner. If you want to be extra thorough on that, you could get a deep conditioner. We are doing a product sale right now at Bombshell going up until Easter. So if you go in and do that, you can get as many hair masks, conditioners, leave-in conditioners that you need, but a really, really good deep conditioner on your hair at least once a week. You let that sit on from mid to ends about 5 minutes. Rinse that out. That is going to help ensure those splits stay together. Some other options if you want to add into it would be a good leave-in conditioner. This is the Saints and Sinners brand that we do carry at Bombshell. I also recommend paired with that deep conditioner. That deep conditioner is the best I've ever used. I just don't have the packaging right now to show you, but again, same sort of royal blue color to it, and I absolutely love their entire line, honestly. It's very moisturizing without weighing your hair down. So even fine hair like mine can use it and it's good to go. And it's also gonna help us, again, stretch in to our next haircut. Another thing to utilize too for moisture is a good oil. Again, I only do like a pea-sized amount on just these ends here, and I'll even use it with the leave-in conditioner. This is the Moroccan oil. We unfortunately do not carry that anymore, as a lot of y'all know, just because of distributing and all of that. But Saints and Sinners is a very good oil as well. It's a little bit heavier, and if you want something lighter, you could use the Unite U oil. Again, just don't have that packaging, but that stuff is really good on either wet or even dry hair. Just a very small amount just on those ends to seal all of those splits in together. And now, as I've blabbed on enough, let's go ahead, hop into this video all about how to take care of our split ends.
So to get started, I am taking my professional grade shears. Those are my at-home pair. I use a different pair when I'm in the salon. And then I'm also going to take a comb, not a rat tail, just a hair cutting comb. And my hair, I want it dry, so I've got about second day old hair, and I just let it air dry. That way I could really see those splits a lot easier. They would, you know, be poking out a little bit on those ends. They wouldn't be sealed in with a round brush or anything. And like I said, I'm just going in and focusing only on that 2-inch parameter. And again, not taking off length, just touching it up a little bit. And I start by sectioning my hair down the middle, just splitting it in half. And then I'm going to go in and section that bottom part out. And these sections don't have to be necessarily perfect lines or anything like that, just because this isn't a precision. Like, we're not taking any length off. We are just focusing on those splits at the very end. And then I'm going to divide that bottom section in half because I want kind of areas as small as possible. And what I'm going to do is twirl that area around and just focus on those splits that kind of stick out at the very end. And it's going to be hard to see here, but you know, just that little trail you have when you twirl your hair, you see those little guys there just sticking out, the little kind of frizzy flyaway sort of things. And at the very end, I'm just going to go in and kind of just literally piece cut to each individual strand that is just sticking out, not blending in with the rest, and not laying nice and smooth and sleek. And it's very just, the lesser you take off, the better. You don't want to go too crazy or anything like that. And again, do not go directly into that hair. It's just those little, kind of like a dusting of those little tiny individual hairs sticking out. We are not going too crazy with everything. And like I said, less is more. The less you go in, the better it will be for you and I. I don't want anyone making any mistakes with this. And please, please keep in mind, this is a very last solution sort of thing. And it's very, very temporary. It's not going to replace a haircut. It's just something to sort of get you in between for some people, because we're still not exactly sure how long it will be before I do see you again. This is just the best solution that some people can have. But again, if you are not 100% confident with this and you weren't going to already cut your hair in the first place, I really, really strongly suggest waiting as long as you can, just using as many moisturizing products as possible, wearing your hair up, things like that, not worrying about it, just because this is very like you're about to go get the shears and do this yourself. So I really hope that this has helped some people out there. Let me know, please, exactly where you are at specifically with your personal hair journey, and let me know how I can help you. And I will see you all on the next one.